Today's foundation review will not include the foundation bottle because that happened early on. Good thing I had decanted some for traveling, which I'll use now to film this foundation review. Hi everyone, welcome back to Linda Libra Loca. Today's a review of the Catrice 24-hour made to stay makeup, which claims to be mattifying, enriched with antioxidants, and lasts for up to 24 hours, which I'm not going to test, just as a heads up. I get shiny and oily through my T-zone and I want that mattified. I have dry patches right now around my nose from constantly blowing my nose, and as you can see I have a little redness. No active breakouts, but scarring on the cheeks that you might see that I want covered. So yeah, it's currently 10 a.m. in the morning. Let's get started. The claims. This is a liquid makeup. It's available in 4 shades, which is pretty limited. And I got the lightest shade. It is ivory beige, and it has a tendency to be a little too dark for me now that it's the end of winter. They claim to have full coverage, comfortable wear time, no mask-like effect, looking natural on the skin while being mattifying, and yeah, skin beautifying with the added antioxidants. And interestingly enough, they claim to have give a luminosity to the skin while being mattifying. Let's see how that works. My skin is not primed, as always when I do these tests, and I have tested numerous ways. You can apply it with your fingers, with a brush, but I personally prefer a beauty blender because I find that it can, despite the claims, be a little too much when applied gently with a brush. And as you can see, pale ivory has a pretty yellow undertone, which fits my skin very well, but is not the best for pink-based beauties. I didn't need much. The few dots that I put on my face, which would be approximately half a palm, were enough to cover my whole face and blend it down my neck, and the coverage is pretty intense. My scarring is gone, the redness is gone, my face looks even without it being too cakey. If I would have used a brush, the foundation would look even more perfect, but would look heavier. Right now I can't feel it on my skin, and it's not fully matte, but doesn't look very dewy either, and it is already transfer proof. It doesn't lift when I touch it with my fingers. So I'm quickly going to do the rest of my makeup and be right back. And I'm back. It has been around 15 minutes where I applied the rest of my makeup and the foundation has set. I can't really feel it on my skin, it's very lightweight, and it sets pretty matte. I don't know if you can see it, there's no powder, no extra concealer, no highlighter, nothing. And it does not have a sheen around my T-zone, not much of a glow, but it doesn't look completely flat. So overall, I really like the finish, but I can already see that around my nose, where I have a few dry patches, the foundation has a tendency to cling to these dry patches. So if your skin is really dry, you might not really enjoy that as much, or you might need a hydrating primer underneath. I will keep you updated how the foundation wears, but so far it is matte, absolutely. It's lightweight, I can't feel it, it doesn't look flat despite being that matte, and I like it a lot. Hi, check in after around 6-ish hours to show you how the foundation performed. And I have a mirror here, and you can probably tell that it got a little dewier around perimeters of my face and a little bit around my T-zone. So it's not a foundation that stays matte all day. It would probably look a little more matte if I had powdered it down or used a mattifying primer. But other than that, you can see that it has a little bit rubbed off around my chin, but yeah, I kept doing this because I've been glued to my desk the whole morning editing other videos. and you can still see the emphasis on the dry patches around my nose. So if you have dry skin, I really don't think that this foundation would work for you. But other than that, the coverage is still going strong. It's still a full coverage foundation, and this after 6 hours of wear time is pretty good in my books. And I'm back. Hi. It is now 10 p.m., which means that I've been wearing this foundation for 12 hours. And to be honest, I can't wait to go and wash my face. But I want to stop by and tell you my thoughts first. I don't think that the camera is picking it up really great, even if I zoom in. But as you could probably tell, the coverage is still going pretty strong. Here you can see a little bit of my scars peeking through, and yeah, around my chin and around my nose it's rubbed off, but everywhere else foundation and coverage is still going strong. But there's always a but, isn't there? Here on my nose where I have dry patches, and basically everywhere around my chin and cheek area, I can see the foundation not separated, but kind of sitting on top of the skin. You can notice the foundation. It's not in my pores. It's not cakey, but it's just, you can see it. And you can't see it from this distance, but you can see it when you're in like kissing distance, when you're really close up. So while I love the coverage and the finish, as you can see, no oiliness, no shine through my T-zone, just a little dewiness through my T-zone, but nothing that would bother me with my pretty oily skin. I don't think that this is a foundation that is great for every day, because it's just too noticeable. To sum everything up, the pros. I don't feel the foundation on my skin. It's really lightweight. It's really mattifying, even on my skin that gets really oily through the T-zone. It stays matte. It has great coverage. It has great staying power. Cons. It doesn't sink into the skin. It sits on top of the skin. You look like you're wearing foundation. It clings to dry patches and emphasizes them. All in all, I'd say that this wears pretty similar on me as Estee Lauder Double Wear, and I would use it probably for the same purpose, for filming and taking pictures, but not so much for everyday life. But if you're a fan of Estee Lauder Double Wear, you might want to check this one out because it is much more affordable. But keep in mind, it comes only in 4 different shades at the moment, so you might have difficulties finding a good shade match. Yes, and that's it. I'm going to go wash my face. You make sure that you're subscribed and hit the thumbs up button so I know that you enjoyed this kind of video. Subscribe, so yeah, I already said that. Tell me in the comments below if you have tried the foundation and what you are looking for in a foundation, and I'm going to see you all very soon with another video. Bye!